everybody. Welcome to This Is It. My name is Wendy Linda. If you are looking to talk about everything around the sun while keeping it informative, this is your podcast of choice. Right here, I don't fly solo. I'm always with my bestie, Tebanng. What's up?
How are you doing, Wendy? I'm wonderful.
I'm great.
Wonderful. Been having a hectic week though.
Really?
Having a hectic week, back-to-back funerals and stuff like that. And yourself, how are you doing?
What do you mean back-to-back funerals?
Remember that I own a funeral parlor.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
just been back to back. But otherwise, everything is still great. Yourself, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm feeling a little nervous today, but I'm happy to be here with you. Work has been good. It's been a lot this week. I had so many challenges, but man, I've overcome them.
For those of you that don't know, Wendy is in the property business. If y'all are looking to buy houses, looking to sell houses,
Danko.
That's your girl. Wendy's your girl.
Danko, Wendy Linda Properties.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Wendy, look, I don't know, but the topic for today is a very sensitive topic to many people. Mm-hmm. I know when we spoke about it off air, you were saying that you also have a story around this topic.
Yeah.
But today what I want us to do, I want us to just put a spotlight on a certain individual who's been missing for a very, very long time. Also talk about some people who have turned up dead and have been missing, because it's happening so much in the Free State. I think, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday, is it OFM News that was saying that every week since January, 3 people have gone missing.
That is actually so terrifying. That's so terrifying because we have kids, Tebanng. We have kids, our own safety. We're out at night. We're in the streets sometimes. That is actually scary that 3 people a week?
A week.
Yo,
3
dude.
people are getting taken a week. And the strangest thing.
Those are only, giddy stats. What about those ones that are not part of the stats?
Like, you understand?
That's a lot.
And it's 3 people. This is kids under the age of 18.
Yeah. I think, we do really have a problem of people going missing in our country. I saw Annelem Doda also tweeted, I think was it today or yesterday, and she was like, South Africa has a human trafficking problem. And I really think that it is concerning because it's been happening for a very long time. And I don't see, the government or officials actually standing up and taking a stand. We all know that there is human trafficking, but what is being done about it? Yes, people are, creating awareness and all of that, but I don't think they are trying to combat the problem. It's more about creating awareness that such and such has disappeared, and then maybe reporting if they've been found dead or alive. But I don't see how the problem is being combated.
But is there something that in particular that you think can be done? I mean, how do I stop someone from kidnapping another person?
You see, that's why we have the government. That's why we have people, intelligence. They need to probably create a program called, Combat Human Trafficking SA.
I mean,
because the people who are actually standing up are independent organizations. I think there's Change SA, that's the one that I know about. But I'm not really seeing anything, that the government is doing.
But are children taught how to be safe? I mean, I remember in my days, we were taught not to talk to strangers.
Yep, stranger danger.
You understand? Yeah. Stranger alert. And we actually, I don't know if we were being kidnapped back in those days, but I doubt that the stats were this staggering.
I know. And you know what? I think this is why I'm saying programs need to be implemented. That's why the government has a budget. There are programs for everything. Remember, there used to be Arrive Alive.
Yes.
I mean, if you can have a program like Arrive Alive, why can't you have a program that teaches probably children how to be safe? Because I don't see that happening anymore. Because like you said, we grow up knowing about stranger danger. I think adults would also create myths so that we're scared. Remember, there used to be a thing of there's a blue car, a red car, a white car. They follow each other. When you see these cars run,
yes,
I don't think that was real. That was a myth to keep us away.
Let me tell you something about the blue, red, and white car. So I'm originally born in Soweto.
Yeah.
So I was from Bloem. I went home to go visit my mom. And obviously in the hood, we walking around in the street and everything is proper. And we're trying to get the girlies. You know what it is. Wendy does a red Golf, not up here. Up the road. I remember one of the people we were with was like, Ile motor red.
Hey. Everybody just split.
I'm never gonna get my life.
Really?
Like I ran.
Yeah.
Listen, Usain Bolt, 9:58 seconds. I could have broke that thing.
You see?
I could have broke that thing.
Yeah.
We ran. I think the way I ran so much, I left my little brother behind.
Really?
And I realized when I was like at the gate that oh my God, my little
left
brother.
that guy behind.
Oh, my little brother's outside.
Yeah.
I didn't go and get him. I just opened the gate and I go, run, nigga, run. Like,
So,
you know.
as I was saying, like adults used to create myths like that. You know why? Because so many cars, there are so many white cars, red cars, blue cars. I mean, so that you just stay away from cars. Those are the common colors. I don't think there was actually a thing. And then they'd create myths about the ice cream truck.
Yes.
Stay away from the ice cream truck. I don't think that was real. It was just to keep kids afraid and away from the streets and not so open. Nowadays, I think if you would take probably any nice car, not even a nice car in Wapaka by the hood, maybe Songs Kamba thing, and you call these kids, they'd come to your car. If you offer them R2, you know, we were told you also don't accept money from strangers.
2000.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying maybe they need to create a campaign that caters for, you know, how the minds of this new generation works. Because for us, they instilled fear in us, and it actually worked. We stayed away.
Remember the condom campaign with the advert? There was that advert. I think who's that colored comedian, man? Joey Razdeen. I think Joey Razdeen was the voice of that condom advert. I just forgot what it says. But that thing, it made using condoms. It made it a thing. Like everyone was like, "Yo, you gotta use the condoms."
You see
the advert.
Yeah. So they need to have, you know, campaigns like that. Because I mean, if they can do campaigns like "We'll come do what? Yeah, ANC.
Hey, the voting campaign.
The recent one, they can do campaigns like that probably, but just alter it to how the kids receive information now, which is TikTok. If they have to do a dance challenge, but it's like warning the kids of this human trafficking thing, then do that. But I don't see how the government is actually implementing any strategy. And also, maybe they need to tighten up the security because, you know, I assume that when, you know, these young girls are getting kidnapped, they're probably getting trafficked to other countries. They're being used as sex slaves and all of that. Yeah. But now how do they cross the border? So many of them so frequently. Who's eating there by the border?
Did you see the story where they actually stopped a bus filled to the brim with children under the age of 9 that was about to cross from South Africa, crossing over into Zimbabwe, if I'm not mistaken, but I stand to be corrected. You can correct us on the comments when you do watch the show. Just feel free to let us know, and we'll probably even mention it on the show. Yeah. But they stopped the bus filled with children. Those children didn't know each other. What? They didn't know where they were going. The bus was, it seemed like it was a type of tip-off.
Was it girls or boys or mixed?
Mixed.
But where are they taking these kids? I mean, I have a child that's under 9. So it's concerning to me. It is really concerning to me. My son goes to school with a transport, right? Ish. And today, actually, I had the conversation with my nanny and I said, listen, this guy picks up my son between 12:30 and 1. Yes. And he'll bring my son home at 2 and after 2. But for that hour, I don't know where my son is.
And what is he doing?
You know, he picks my son up at 7. The other day, he forgot his lunchbox. I took his lunchbox to school, about 8. When I got to school at 8, he dropped my son off at 8. So when I was Zula with my son for an hour, I don't know where my child is. But for an hour? That's concerning to me.
Transport.
That's concerning to me.
Oh, is that how it works? Is it?
But not for an hour. I don't know where my son is for an hour. It's concerning. That's what I'm thinking. No. Listen, let me tell you, God forbid If that man switches off his phone, I wouldn't know what to do.
You don't know where he lives.
Nope.
Like ipona mara go batswadi mara re batho ba jwang mara.
Ne ke tlhoka transport mara.
But follow up.
Mara ne ke tlhoka
Due
transport.
diligence.
Ha ke kgane.
Because let me tell you, the GBV stats in this country say that 10,516 rapes occur in South Africa. I'm not sure if this is yearly or this is monthly. I mean,
Do you
there's...
think it can't be monthly? 10,000.
Look, South Africa is the capital city of rape.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
Yeah. I've
If
heard.
you say to someone you're from South Africa, you're a rapist.
Hectic.
Technically. That's
Yeah.
how bad it is. I mean, they were saying every 5 in 7 women has been involved in some sort of abuse, be it domestic, verbal or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that is what South Africa is known for around the world.
No, the stats are high. But also, what do you think creates that? Why are the numbers so high in South Africa? Why? What do you think? Okay, you can tell me.
I was speaking with someone and this is not my mindset, but when he said this, it was like, oh, this could possibly be. But the fact that we have so many single mother homes or single parent homes where we find that fathers are not really a feature in the child's life.
Yeah.
And we are raising children that are upset and angry. The mother is angry and the family is angry. The he doesn't know himself. She doesn't know herself.
Yeah.
And all of that, it's what's boiling down to such behavior. Because look, there's a lady, is a disabled ANC lady, 30 years old.
Yeah.
who went missing, was found dead. Recently now in Botshabelo, I think this happened 3-4 days ago, there's a man who
Imagine.
like ising high one give me stay.
Yeah.
Like
He did it
16 times.
intentionally.
16
Yo,
times.
no, what kind of a psycho?
You know,
do
there's
you have
that
to be to
DJ
do
guy that used to work at is it Kayla K?
Cubana.
Is it Cubana?
Yeah, I heard.
Is that guy that actually ankangwanona a ile na tselengnyane ya diverse dopo a mo hata ka koloi hore e tle e be kare o hatwe ke bo ditraka mo ha di feta
no.
because tsela e will fifi.
The one I'm talking about is the one who beating the girl with a baseball bat. Beat her to a pulp. Apparently he was a DJ at Cubana. So I don't know the story that you're talking about now. But he beat the girl with a baseball bat to a pulp.
There's a guy, this guy's from Botshabelo, and a lot of cases are coming out recently of how he raped or attempted to rape up until he was caught. So the story is that this guy left with the girl. I think they were at Kayla K where he was DJing. The girl went to this guy's house.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there was an argument that ensued.
Yeah.
The argument ensued. The girl tried to call the brother. The brother didn't answer. The brother called the sister in the morning. Voicemail.
Yeah.
And this brother is like, no, my sister's not like this. Like, you know when you know
Yeah,
someone,
you know
you're like,
for
man, Wendy haso, man, Wendy, tlamehile be sankarabile kana kwe, whatever. So the brother then went to the cops and says to the cops he believes that his sister is missing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just as he was saying that, a call comes in from the cops. They say they found a woman's body at that road at Diverse Dopo.
Yeah.
This guy's like,
terrible.
no. This guy's like, let me go and see.
Yeah.
With the police. When he gets there, it's his sister.
Hectic.
I think it was 6-7 times.
Wow.
Then the search for the girl now changes to the search for the boyfriend.
Yeah.
The last person she was with.
Yeah.
Do they not find this guy with the car of this girl parked outside his yard? He's in the house there.
Yeah.
Police use tear gas and all the necessary things to come out. He comes out from underneath the bed. This is where this guy was hiding himself.
Imagine.
Underneath the bed. And he asks the police, please don't kill me.
Wow, you just killed someone.
Like
you just
that's
heavily injured someone. Why wouldn't you want to be killed?
that's the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Right now inside Free State, it's Velcom. Machabeng is hectic.
Is it?
There's a young boy, his name is Calvin Edward, 15-year-old young boy. There's Mulebu, 18-year-old girl. There was a girl recently now, when I was speaking with a friend of mine who told me that this girl was able to escape. So she was going to school.
Yeah.
a taxi comes, stops right in front of them. She gets pulled into the taxi. But as she's fighting, while the guy's trying to pull her, I think she was able to, that guy hit the top of the taxi. Like, and then he was a bit bedazzled or dazed.
Yeah.
She kicked him and ran away. She says when she reports that there was another girl in there wearing uniform, but she seemed drugged or she seemed phased out.
No, it's hectic. So, Tebanng, coming back to why our stats are so high, you're saying that it's probably because of how people are raised.
Yes.
People are not really getting, like counseling or therapy.
Yes.
And, over the years, all of these things are bottled up. Now you're older, you get into a relationship, and this is where it just all bursts out.
Look, parents, our parents are very traumatized.
Yes, they are.
And now that you are older, you begin to see that, my mom is not all right.
Yeah.
My dad is not all right.
Yeah.
But they've tried so hard to pin that thing down, but they don't know what their trauma did in them raising us.
Yes.
And I do believe that, I believe in that saying that says, hurt people.
Hurt people. That's true.
Like, why would a sane person kidnap? Look, if you're going to talk to me and say this is a monetary thing, where maybe in the black web they put monetary value on a child, a grown up, or whatever, I don't think that I don't think that it would be this rife.
Really,
I don't. The case of men killing their women is
hectic, right?
It's hectic. Or people that are married killing women is hectic. It's hectic.
No, I think for me on the rape stats, I think in our culture, I think rape culture has been normalized. So what I mean by rape culture is that where you find that as young girls, you find maybe now you're growing up, you're 15, yana, boobs, yana, and your uncle starts saying to you stuff like, hey, smart, do it. That's rape culture. But they make it seem okay. I was talking to a guy who works right here at the channel, and he said to me that in his neighborhood, he usually finds like it's common to have couples who beat each other, but the whole community knows that, no, these two love each other, but they abuse each other so much. So I think in our culture... but I think in our culture, we have normalized those things where you think if you are very or overly sexual to someone, when you think it's okay, but sometimes it's just not okay. It's rape culture, Listen, growing up, when we started dating, you'd have a thing of, let's say a guy likes me. What he would do probably is he'd pull me by my arm. Maybe I'm walking down the street. I went to visit my aunt in the hood. Listen,
what type of guys are you seeing?
Let me tell you what would happen. Okay, maybe they're standing there, and then this one probably likes me. But he would come and he'll pull me by my arm, like if Kisabatli, he'll forcefully pull me. I don't want to, but I really want to. But
no, there's a difference in that.
But listen, but that is, it's rape culture because we are also conditioned. Even if you don't want to, don't be a bore, don't be too fussy. Sometimes you really don't want to talk to a person, and then you seem like we're overreacted for it. Like now when you strict. So you can't be like that. You have to know, man, just so that you don't come across as, I don't know, maybe not too aggressive or something like that. But we have been conditioned in that way. Even when you start dating, maybe you're not ready for sex. You know how girls usually lose their virginity?
No.
It's probably they didn't want to have sex, but the guy pushed for it to happen. That's rape culture. That's rape culture.
Wendy.
God forbid.
60% of boys will all tell you a familiar story. An older girl came to me, taught me sex, slept with me. That's rape.
You think so? Yeah, but you're right.
60% of boys will tell you that story.
You're right. But now I'm saying, you see, it's rape culture. It's rape culture because then you see, that is exactly the rape culture that I'm talking about. We make it seem okay. And even guys are conditioned. If an older girl comes to you and she probably wants to give you
Mara ke
some.
sister wa ka, se ra matla kaofela.
Exactly. That is rape culture because you are conditioned. You can't say no. Lo now ya ko majiting ka osane when du tlile ko wena, she's 16, you're 13.
Hey, takada.
You know?
Hey, takada.
O bolo blella majita you said no. You
Ka se
really
re tlo so
can't.
seo, bra wa ka di tlo mpolella re tau.
Exactly. So it is. I think it is the rape culture that we grow up with, and then it actually grows so much to a point where people probably start raping aggressively. But also, rape is not only aggressive rape. You know, if probably I don't know what they call the word, right? But if somebody probably if a guy takes his condom off without you consenting,
Yes,
that's rape. So rape comes in so
many. If the girl takes
many
off the condom without my consent, then what is it? Did she rape me?
Probably, I don't know. I'm not informed on that one, sir. And I don't want to lie. I wouldn't want to give misinformation. I'd like to give information that I have facts about. But I can only assume that it would be, the other way around.
Condom
Yeah, no. So I think it's the rape culture that we grow up with. That's why our stats are so high. So like I said, the rape stats are high because we have normalized sexualizing each other. The GBV on the female side is also high because we have normalized that thing of if you're with someone and he's beating on you, he loves you, I think.
But why and this was a question I saw that was asked, I think I was looking through my WhatsApp status. Why do girls that are in abusive relationship, and I'm talking about physical abuse, why do they stay?
It probably might be financial, first of all. If maybe the woman doesn't have a plan of their own, they don't really probably have a plan.
You saw Mihlali now. She had posted stuff with her lips and whatever.
I saw that, and I'm getting to that one. So I think, firstly, it would probably be financial. You don't have anywhere to go. You are comfortable here. There's money, and you don't really probably have a good job, or you can't take care of yourself, or you have kids with this person, and it's going to be a burden for you to move out and be on your own. Secondly, I think it would probably be if you have invested so much in this man, right? And you've given him so much, you've done so much, but you feel like I'm not good. All of this work.
Wendy, wow, sharp.
Let me tell you, this is what happens. Women sometimes think like that. I've invested so much into you, Tebanng. For instance, let's say we're dating, right? Let's say at this season of our life, you're the one who's probably not in a good position financially, and I am. And I start to rebuild you for myself so that how le shapo, but now as time goes, I've invested so much into you. And I can't just leave you like that because I think I've built you. I can't leave you so that I've built you for another woman. That's how women think. Thirdly, I also think women stay because they're with a narcissist. Like Mihlali is beautiful. Mihlali can get a very rich man if that's what she's really into. She can have the best life. She's also making her own money. But I hope I don't get in trouble for this one. I think she's with a narcissist. I think this man makes her believe that, listen, you will not find this kind of love anywhere. I think he makes her believe that, listen, I used to be rich and I'm going to be rich again. So you don't want to not be here when I'm balling again.
Is the hot man not rich anymore?
No. Are we allowed to say people's names?
No.
Director? We're not allowed to say people's names, but
Hotman.
Hotman,
yes.
Apparently, he used to be wealthy. Then he's not wealthy anymore. He's teka ring, and we've heard that other celebrities and other rich celebrities have been talking about him, that he's borrowing so much money from them and whatever. But the signs are also there because Mihlali is paying for trips. Mihlali, yeah. Listen, what happened was on a blog, right? I think they had a fight again, and then Mihlali said, this guy went to Dubai with his friends, right? When they get to Dubai, he did a live video. And
with the girlies.
Yeah, and he was kissing on the girlies, right? Yeah. And now, rich. He's not rich. I assume that he was probably there on his friend's budget, because if all the other rich celebrities that I cannot name, I'll tell you off air, but to give you a clue, like Durban vibes, rich celebrities, okay. Durban vibes, you know. they've been saying like, no, this guy is borrowing too much money, we're cutting him off, we don't invite him too much. That's what I heard that they're saying, right? So he went to Dubai kissing on the girlies just to make Mihlali jealous. Because now she pays for some of their trips, ne? And it appears as if he's actually spoiling her, but she's the one who's paying.
She's holding him down.
So now do you think, how do you think she feels? He's in Dubai kissing on girls. No, meaning this one has money. So now that he has money, he's spending it in Dubai on the girlies. So there was also a situation where they went to Mexico. I think he's a narcissist. That's what I think. You know why? Because they planned a trip to Mexico, right?
Yes.
Okay, they go to Mexico. When they get to Mexico, you know Mihlali has the money, so you knew very well you don't have. That is a narcissist. That is a narcissist. He's like that.
How did we plan a trip to Mexico, Chaltelisi?
Because I know that you, my girl, you have money. I know.
Mexico.
Yeah, it's the both of us. We want to go. Okay, Sharp. Let's make a scenario. For instance, you the guy, I'm Mihlali, darling. Just for this one moment, we plan a trip. We want to go to Mexico, right? We don't know now the logistics, what happened. But
yes.
I am going to assume that Mihlali myself, I probably, put in some money for flights and, accommodation and whatever. And then you let me do that, to go halfies with you, promising me that when we get to Mexico, you're going to be paying for everything. So I don't mind to pay maybe half or the flights or maybe half of the accommodation if you're going to be spending everything. But you know that I have the money. So when you get there, you knew you don't have it. But when we get there, now your card has this, your card has that. And you know very well that we will be comfortable with the money that I have. That's what I think. I think he's...
Because ke mo re tla kgonang gore le manipulate re le bapaleretse. Anke go mpatlela zaka.
That's a difficult one, Tebanng. That's a difficult one. You know what?
I'm all for girls wanting security and safety. I mean, I get it. I understand. But basing love on money is very thin.
Okay. I think there are women who put money first, right? For me personally, it is important, but it is not the core or the basis of a relationship.
Is it a deal breaker?
It is now, at this age, I've realized that it's a deal breaker. If you want me to tell you a story, I'll tell it. But it is a deal breaker for me right now. I think I'd firstly go for somebody who I gel well with, somebody who understands my lifestyle, who understands the things that I like, and somebody who those things are not foreign to. So, for instance, maybe if I, on a Sunday, feel like, I'm not really a cooker, ne? So I feel like, on Sundays, I want a chef to come to my house. Let's call the lazy chef.
Have you been doing this before me? Or now that I'm here, you now want to call a lazy chef?
No. This is how I live my life.
Okay.
Right?
Fair.
This is how I live my life.
Fair.
Hey, let's call the lazy chef. Shout out lazy chef. On Sunday, she must cook us some whatever.
Yes.
I would like somebody who I can enjoy my life with comfortably and who understands my lifestyle and it's not foreign to them. I've been in a relationship where everything was new to the person. And maybe they were in a very uncomfortable position because everything is just new and it seems like I'm too bougie. But that's how I want to live my life. That's how I envision my life, So for me, currently, I would like to have somebody who I gel well with, somebody who has the same energy as me, man, somebody who I can be myself with. Do you see I just did that? I'm Mihlali for a moment, darling, and not get offended, not think, okay, this one is so bougie and whatever, But after all of those things, also these other things must be nice. The cloths must be perfect, right? It must be in sync. It must be...
When you close the curtain,
yeah, that one is also very important.
Rovato.
No, that one is very important.
Aha.
So if that one is not there, then I'm sorry. But I would like my partner to have money because the things that I want to do.
Is it money or
require
is
money.
it affordability?
For me, it's going to be money because dilo tse ke di ratang. Ke rata dilo tse, I like really nice things, you know. I'm a person who, like today, it's Tuesday. After we record here, say we were in a relationship, Tebanng, and maybe the nanny is at home with the kid, I probably would want us to go, let's not say today even, but on a Saturday, let's go restaurant hopping. Morning, let's start with breakfast, let's say at News Cafe. After News Cafe, let's go have lunch somewhere. After lunch, let's go have drinks somewhere else. After those drinks, let's go have dinner. And then we go out. That's how I want to live my life. And when I get there, I don't want to order one meal because we're on a budget. If I look at the menu and I see, oh, there's seafood and there's chicken and there's also ribs. Okay, bring all those 3 meals. Come and put them here. I'll try and see which one I like so that next time I come, I know what I like. That's how comfortable I want to be. So it's not only about the big things where I want to be comfortable, but even in the small restaurant experiences, I want to be comfortable. If you're taking me out, please know this girl is going to order 3 meals because she wants to taste what's happening here. I'm not going to wait.
If I'm hearing you, you're saying that there's so many reasons why girls that are being abused stay in a relationship. And the thing is that girls that are being abused know the end of this thing. I've never heard a situation where there was a girl who was being abused. She stayed with the guy.
And he changed.
And then he changed and they lived happily ever after.
That one is not going to happen, definitely.
Like, do you guys want to die before you guys
God
take
forbid.
the decision that I've got to leave this man?
God forbid. But listen, every case is different. So I've heard of a case where I was saying the girl probably can't move on her own. Second case would probably be if you're with a narcissist, they make you believe that you'll never find somebody like them. Or thirdly, you feel like you've invested so much in this person, you don't want to let them go. Fourthly, it can also be a thing of, I've been with him so long. He's already beat me for 5 years. Why would I want to leave? There are some women who think like that. So there are many other cases. But there's one that is very wrong that I heard from a former friend of mine and her sister. They came over to my place and we had a chat about the sister's friend, right?
Okay.
So now the sister's friend is this girl, Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, Versace's and whatever. You know, so the guy is well off and he's buying her all of those things. But she says he only buys them once he's beaten her up. So if she feels like, okay, now I saw something at Gucci, it's not funny. I'm reprimanding you.
No, you know what? I'm laughing because you're saying he's got to beat her to buy her these things.
So she now the sister's telling the story about her friend. So the friend only gets the Gucci's, the Dolce's, the Versace's when the guy has beaten her up. So now if she sees, okay, there's something nice again there at Gucci, let me provoke him. Let me provoke him. So the girl would say words like, so there are some women who, I don't know, man.
Because
I've heard of a story like that and I don't understand.
My boy slapped that girl quickly.
Man. But listen, Tebanng, what do you think is going on in that girl's mind? Like,
I think this is something I bonang high.
So she thinks what? She thinks it's
like
love?
That's love. Like, what would make you want to get slapped?
No.
Like Justin J.
Nah, please, that's a deal breaker for me. Like if there's anyone out there who wants me, if you push me, I swear, but I'm a soft girl. Like,
I don't want us to.
Even if you scream at me, like we are having a problem, don't talk to me like that. I don't want to be screamed at. No, my current partner. Let me tell you, okay, the inside of my story. Let me tell you, no, it's not GBV. He was just shouting. He was shouting at me and he was saying, yeah. And I said, listen, I don't want to be loved like that. I fully understand. But don't shout at me. I don't want to be loved like that. Like, don't try and show me your masculinity. I know you're a man and I get it. And I respect you as a man. You don't have to overpower me with your mess. No, you don't have to show. I know. Okay, but I know it was wrong, but you don't have to shout at me. Ntate, ebile ko bitsa ntate o kgone ho utlwisisa hore ke a bona hore o monna ene ke a o hlompha, ne? So you don't have to overpower me with your masculinity to show me that you're the man. I know you're the man, Zaddy.
Ya go tloba bua jwang basadi.
I know you're the man, Zaddy.
So le khamo le betso lo kwata ba. Se ke le betso ke kwatetse. But talking about this thing of Wankayona, there's a guy from Botshabelo. He went missing on the 10th of July.
Yeah.
Those that know him, they know Kipesa Peko. The story that I heard from the voice note, which I'm going to play, I'm going to play people the voice note from the brother, is that the wife is the abusive one.
Wow.
Like you have this very down-to-earth guy, very soft, very loving, very ambitious. And then he is dating this narcissistic woman who is loud, who is a soldier, who from the voice note, when you hear, has done so many abusive things to this man, up to the point where this man filed for divorce and is now missing.
Hectic.
There's something that I don't want us to shy away from. As much as GBV is harsher on the females and the children, but there are a lot of men out there that are living in relationships where their girlfriends are emotionally abusive, where the guy doesn't feel like a guy, and then Wendy Linda who's softer, and then if where I think that a lot of stuff that happens to you as you go old determines the type of old character that you are, because a lot of people don't want to heal.
So you're saying that what we experience, our experiences shape us into the adults that we become. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
And I really do believe that. I really do believe that. And it can also be positive or negative. You find people who grew up in homes where they saw their father beating up their mother and they become that monster.
And they want it.
Yes,
or you find girls who've seen this happen and American and they want to be beat. That's how they measure masculinity.
Yeah, but you also, it could be the opposite way. Somebody who grows up in a home where their mother is being beat and you find that this man is so soft. Or a girl who grows up in that situation and they're like, listen, if you push me, nigga, I'm out.
Have you watched the movie Martin Lawrence, Bobby Brown? This movie is called Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
I'm not a movie girl. I'm a reality TV girl. I watch the Kardashians and stuff.
Luna.
The movie.
Well, in that movie, it's that thing where the girl she was fine, and everything was fine. And then this guy starts to be a player. Martin is the player. This switch. Like psychopathic switch. Like, I'm killing you.
Yeah.
She hurts herself. And then she goes and files for like assault. This guy, let me tell you.
Anyway,
I want to play this voice note because it relates to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
This is someone that's been missing for we're close to 30 days now.
Yeah.
The family still hasn't found him. They actually said to me he was an actor on Sarafina.
Really? Who? The guy that's missing?
The guy that's missing. The scene where they're doing the mass burial. And then just before they sing that, whatever, there's a guy that speaks there with dreads. Apparently, he's a boy from Bloemfontein, Pesa Peku.
That's him?
Who acted on that thing. And he is the guy that I'm going to play. I'm going to play the voice note of his brother.
Okay.
Because...
this is hectic. I didn't know he was on Sarafina.
And this was just something that was told to me based on something that happened. And, I'm going to tell you that thing that happened when I was told about Pesa.
Okay.
So
let's get to the voice note.
Let's just play the voice note.
Okay,
let's just play the voice note.
Khotso le ka ntate wa ka. Mabitso a hae ke Pesa Pheko. Lebitso la hae la bongaka ke Lukhanyo. Hae mona na o qetetse Mantaha wa di 8 ya tlile. Hantlante ke motho a ntse ba le show. Nna le show e ntse ba rana ka yona ebile e ne e kickstarter Joburg maobane Clerk. So ha gona go ya ka baka na hore ha sa le ha re tsebe gona o kae fela ha na tloa motho ana qetelana le yena o itse o ya dream yona le problem ya le hitla yena so ona itse o ya dream mill because yena le mosadi wa hae ba ntse ba sebedisa medical one but I think along the way you realize that ha tlo gona o thuse ya ko therefore he opted or aye waterfront because video ya e shootileng mona re nana gore mohlomong ke dream mill kgotsa re la ra dream mill e bontsha gore ke ka waterfront ka moka discam mana ile teng so a sa la nyamela ka di 10 ka di 10 sa la qetela ka di 10 everybody a mo qetela ka di 10 tseo ya ba o nyametse jwalo ha a fumanei ho hang ho tu o batlu ha fumane and ho ntsona le case e ntse le teng ya gale ya mosadi wa hae ya o batla o mmolaya o la ba romela le batho ba dithunya mona maponesa ba nkile case ya teng ha se dule le noche sa le o tlwa le mo safety-leng batho ba go ba tshwego case eo ha e se dule le gona jwale tsena na dintho tsena di etsahala tsena na ile hore mosadi yo o ntsa le ka mora thaka lena of which we think gore ke yena mo nkile because motho ona ha re tla bona gore o nyametse le se re sendela di message ona le nako nngwe mosadi wa hae kila nna a nka di phone tsa hae ha ntsa dula le ona na le gore sendela di message ka tsela e nngwe e seng hantlenyana so satrata se rona re tsibileng ka sona gore hae ha re tla elelo ke antse re sendela di message. That's when we realized gore ha e sa le yena ke ona le motho ntsa a senda those messages. And then now I tried ke sebedisa laptop ya hae ho track or now kae ne. Now one mistake that I didn't switch off the notification. So ke bona e sendile notification phone go se ntse hlaisitse mona laptopong gore ke Galaxy A13 ina le mo 27% battery ya teng so e ntse loader e batla gore searchetsa taba ya location ke ha ile gore within a minute ka se re location is turned off ya ba re sa mfumana ho hang ho tu. That's why re na le maikutlwana gore he's being kidnapped. So ga sa le re la ga nna ga tsama le maponesa re etsang but up until now ha re so create thuso go buela modimo nnete ha re so create thuso re tsamaile maponesa go batluwa mosadi yona ba monkile ba le mmotsa dipotso ha ba so khutlele go rona gore bolella rena ho ntse go etsalang ketetse ha ntse ba bua le gona ba re bolella go ba ntse ba fumana fela delete ba followile lead so up to so far ha re tsebe re ntse re leka ka hohle re batla ka hohle gore na go etsahala eng. One thing e lang ke tsa gore nna ke be suspicious ka mosadi ha re ya le maponesa ma dulang teng ha bua hae le ntlong e nngwe e ne ba e rekile e ka Grassland. The whole family was nowhere to be found. Gore re mo kre re mo batlisa trata bosigo fe le maponesa gore re mo kre we had to call Abdua High Sunta re batlile number phone tsa Abdua High ra phone la Abdua High ke tsele ba la ba mo fumana ka le teng Abdua ile yena ntse re sukudisa o neng ho bontsha gore ka nna bona ntsana le yena so na batla mo balisa pela hae so that ha maponesa a fitla mo fumana a le siko so ha re tsebe gore na ho etsalang ha re tsebe gore na hai ntwena na rona re beile gore re bohloko fela ke tsatsi la bo 20 le nana ngwana hae ha re tsebe di where about tsa hae ke selemo ha e sa le batho ba kena hae mona ka dithunya ba tshwarwa e mongwe la tla mona na a tlile a re bolella kgetlo la pele a fitla confess a etsa eng case tse ntse di le jwalo tseo ha re soka re fumana thuso ha re tsebe rena re etsa jwang no tjenana ne bile ke bua le batho ba because I think this matter all in all ha isa le molwana ka hara swa ba jwang we never reported it according to ntsa body gender based violence and ona le case e leng ya tshwarwa ngwana ona la tshwarisa mena ka atlile yena tlo molwantsha mona mena ka sa sa buile then mena ka tshwarwa she faked the injuries a etsa eng ke le sole ngwana na teng. Then case ya teng e la qetella e qhaduwe mara le ha case e qeteletse e qhaduwe e le jwalo moena ka o kopile hore a etsetswe divorce and a bua hore ha batle next ngwana neo a sale le ntho engwe le engwe yena a tswe fela le jwalo tla qala bophelo ba hae botjha. Up until now the divorce settlement ha isoka e complete ha isa le bua fela ka court. Then dintho tsena na ke tsena le di etsa etseng ho tjena ngwana hayo ha re tsebe mating o nyametse ke pesa pheko o na le 37 years ana re hana qetelo na apere jacket e telele e green I think this military green, yeah, and then ka jean e black le di sneakers tse black o rwetse katiba sare ina le bo greenyana seo katiba ya rwetseng. So ke tsona tseo dintho ntate re bohloko fela ha re tsebe rena re tsa jwang and ntho ngwe tsa bohloko gore kana go ngwe la re founela. I once called maponesa a antong a ke Bloomsbury e le rona le motho a reng a founetseng anonymously a re o bone koloi le batho ba suspicious lining ya Eden. Maponesa ba la ba hana o ya mono ba re ba ka se ka menyenyetsi but ntho nye se ke maponesa o itswe any info if manwe batho ba phone ba fana ka tsona. So kai e retsa re be suspicious so rona le nthunyana tse ona le foul play e tsuang ke la bona gore ke maikutlo a rona gore no tsena na ka re go bapalwa ka rona but rona re batla bophelo ba ngwana bo rona re batla go tseba rona go etsala ka yena. So ha re so fumane letho le gona jwale ndatwaka ha re so fumane letho maponesa bana le matla a o tracker di phone even la phone ka ba kwala mo e qetetsweng teng go sebetsa ha ke so utlwe ba re ba e trackile ba e fumane mo eteng ntho e re qetetseng fela ha re bua le bona ha ne ba mfounetse ke a hore ha ba sa tlola ba re fa much information because it tla jeopardize a case but rona as a family we are still in the dark ha re robala ha re etseng no hona le dikoloi tse tsamayang mona tse senang di number plate ne ke tsa di number plate tsa GP tse re sa di tsebeng hore tse re nana go mohlomong e ka nna ba le tsona jwale di tlile di tlo qetela rona ha re tsebe ha re robale ke dula ke le security la mona hae mona no ntjena nna ntse re ya di plekeng tse ngata re go lo itshebela e se maponesa a tla tlo re thusa ho sheba ntse re ya di plekeng tse ngata tse bang re nahana gore mohlomong ba ka nna ba mo isa go tsona re tseng la re bolela maponesa ka dipleke tseo ha ba ile gona re ile ga lo itshebela ga nna ga tsama diplekeng tse ngata ra etsa ha re so ka re fumana thuso up until now.
Yeah, this one is hectic. It's
That's the
actually
brother
very heavy.
of Ntate Pheko.
Yo, no, this one is really heavy, eh? You know what? I can't advise them because I don't know what they're going through. But I would just say probably they should just wait for the police because, I mean, like he said.
But Wamuta, the way I chong something connection between Maponesa and this female.
But why assume, Akiriano? Why assume?
Msadio le pela utu le obleletso msadio wila ichapa ifake injury. But le nna kai ke le la ka yamba o qhala jwang case why asa tshwarisi msadio because na sentse ho hlaile taba yena ya go batho ba tlile hae ba batla go mpolaya why asa tshwarisi msadio.
I don't know, maybe under pressure, maybe we couldn't, maybe was hava. We don't know. We really don't know. But you know what? My question would be, what would she benefit? If she really is the reason why the Pheko is missing, what is she going to benefit from it? What do you think she wants?
Don't you think they're probably married in community of property?
Probably. That could be one of the reasons.
Could it be life insurance?
That could be one of the reasons too. The royalties, you know what I was going to say that earlier. No, this one has royalties for life.
Because utla how simple he said, Msadi wa keep everything. Yena uta qala bocha.
But was he employed? Peko.
No, seemingly he's a person I act down. It's on the show because on the voice, Abu Dwayo, he was supposed to do a show in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
I'm assuming maybe he does theater.
Okay, probably. Yes,
You know,
probably.
we were supposed to have the brother on the show, but because of some unforeseen circumstances, he didn't come through. Because if you remember, we wanted to talk to him last week, remember?
Yeah.
The sisters got arrested last week.
For what?
Apparently, the sisters went to the wife's house to go and, I'm assuming, look for their brother or confront the wife based on where is our brother.
Yeah.
For them to get arrested, I'm assuming physicality. There had to be a physical altercation.
Yeah, no
you
way.
know. So I remember when we spoke to him again on Monday,
Yeah.
he was going to their bail hearing.
Yeah.
I just don't know how it panned out. I think
Yeah.
that's also one of the reasons why he couldn't be here today.
Yeah. No, this one is hectic, hey? And I also feel so sorry for the family because they're living in fear. He said on that voice note, they don't really even sleep comfortably because they
But
think that they
dula ka
are
tlung le motho
next.
a na roba thunya. A ke wa tso mo hore motho o tlile tlo confess hore na roba thunya se ile yena a thusang.
Oh, this one
Re
is really
thuswa jwang ke motho ana batla go bolaya.
Oh,
O thusa jwang.
Hitman went and he told them, listen, I was sent by 1, 2, 3, this
Yes.
person to come and kill you, but
Yes.
now I'm protecting you guys.
Why are you maponeseng? Because o confess it. Because some of the things would have been so great if he was here to come and just iron out some of
Yeah.
those questions that I have. Because
But also, you know what, DB, we won't have the answers because we are not investigating officers. We can only assume, what if that hitman is lying?
then o nka kae taba ya go batho ba ba batlile ba thunya. And di thunya sa hana o thunya. O e nka kae taba eo.
Okay, maybe ke ntho e buegang wa itse ke kasi wa buega for kwa le go khwaneng go ntlong e pinki bana ba tsene dithunya ka di gana o thunya
Ha patalwe Wendy.
mara still
Ha
how do you
patalwe
know?
motho ona o tlile ka information ena ha re mo patale. Le no jwalo ka a le teng a re katile ha re mo patale. O iketsetsa out of his own will.
But you know what? I just think let the Lord deal with it because this one, I think it's beyond them. It's beyond us, you know. And what if it's not the wife? But also, apparently, he left a letter on his email, right?
Yes.
And he explained that should I die or should I go missing,
The wife.
know that it is this person. I wish we had him here today so that he can actually show us the letter so that we can open this letter and see what was written there. And I would also have liked to see how they realized that it's not him who's texting. Because he said the phone went missing, he was texting. Then they realized, no, man, this is not Peku texting.
No, there's a way that TB text Wendy.
Yes.
When someone takes my phone,
Yeah.
you're going to see Rai Mara.
Yeah.
Mo I sa le TB a buang. You know, and funny, Wendy, when this thing happened,
Yeah.
a few days before I got approached and told about Story Sapesa,
Yeah.
I was driving to Dalesville. Driving to Dalesville, there's a body. I have to collect a body there. As I'm driving the road that is, Kimberley to Bloemfontein, I'm probably about 20, 30 Ks out.
Yeah.
There's a body of a man o hasitswe matsogo le maoto. Look, it seems like bane ba mo tshwere kore. Seems like he was held captive.
Yeah.
O kentswe mataere a 2 and then he was burnt. Like burnt.
Yeah.
Like burnt. The police were there.
Yeah.
I remember even Lesedi FM even did a feature on it.
Yeah.
In fact, I was the one
Yeah.
that called onto Lesedi FM to say, hey, there's this and this and this and this that's going on
Yeah.
right now. So
Yeah.
if there's anybody that's missing a brother, a father, and whatever, and today I actually wanted to come and share this story with
Yeah.
the brother, tell him that, hey,
You found this on
there's
the
a
road.
burnt person
Yeah.
who's unidentified still at the government motion.
That it would be crazy if it's really him.
It would be so crazy.
Yo.
But
Yo,
what
yo,
is the
yo, yo, yo.
coincidence that I would be told about this Pesa guy missing, and then a few days before I met an unidentifiable body?
Which is a male and probably fits this description. Yo, dude.
Do you know
It
that?
would be crazy if that is him. But you know what? I think probably privately, you can also just inform him. Just inform him, listen, you know
Hey,
what?
but now I don't want to. This man's got hope.
Oh, okay.
I don't
wanna
want
kill his hope.
to kill his hope and then confirm something that maybe in the back of their minds is there.
Ne?
But the MO, tires,
Yo.
being burned with tires, that's a black thing.
Yeah.
Only black people burn people with tires.
Yo, TV, this one is really heavy, man. It's really, really heavy. And I hope that they can actually solve the case soon. I know it's not going to be soon, but I can imagine what the family is going through. I can imagine the people who are living in that house, who are living in fear each and every single day, whilst having your child or your son or your brother missing. I mean, this is a really heavy one. GBV is really wild, and it's getting more and more and more intense. I really don't know. I have no words. I'm lost for words. It's very painful.
People
what
are
they have to
burning,
deal
Wendy.
with.
People are burning. People are living in trauma. People are not all right.
Yeah, no, people are not all right. But this one for me, it's very touchy. I honestly don't know what to say. I always know what to say, but this time, man, this case is heavy. Like, it even drains
But don't you think
me.
that maybe he just wanted to be away from the family? What if he wanted to? Because there was a girl who the mother went on Facebook and said the girl was missing. They put pictures, everything. Then that girl commented on that thing and said, "Mama, kishap."
Yo, hectic. But I think if he needed time away, he would probably have told one, especially this brother, because you can see they were probably very close. And again, he's fighting this battle. He probably would have said, "Listen, I'm going to have a disappearing act, but just know that I'm okay. Don't tell anyone where I am, but as long as you know." Because I'm thinking a sane person would do that.
And apparently he was taken at the waterfront. Like that time when he went to the waterfront was the last time. There's apparently video of a particular person following him store to store. Like
What?
when he enters a store, this person is just in the store, not buying, not doing
Yeah.
anything. When he walks out, this person walks out with him.
No, man. This one is really hectic. But I hope, the law takes its course and they crack the case. If it really is her, she needs to get what is due to her.
But do you think that the police are right by saying to them, we don't want to give you any more information because it's jeopardizing the case?
Yes. You know why? Because like now, this man is giving us information. Had the police given them any more information, they would have given it to us. We speak about it on the podcast. Those who are guilty now know how far the police are with the case. So it would jeopardize the case. So I think maybe they should just be patient. Where they know exactly what they are doing. And
Ke le sure le masole le maponesa ba berekisa.
ba tlo dira nyene. No, maponesa lona a tshwarwa, mashole lona a tshwarwa.
Why Mayo ase distraught? Why asa utlwa botlhoko?
How do you know?
Ya ke re ba no beletse go balegile.
We don't know. We're just assuming, Tebanng, but hey, this case is hectic. And maybe someday in the future we can do a part 2 once we get more information on what actually happened, where he actually is.
God forbid he is that unidentified man.
That would be crazy if that is him. That would be really wild.
Can you imagine the odds of that being the way like that?
No. Tebanng.
But how mu kidnapile o misitse kae?
No.
Kidnapetse.
You see, that is the information we want. She must tell us. Because she's the only one, if she really is guilty, then she's the only one who would know why she did it. No, I'm not saying she must come here, but I mean, she must start confessing. Don't they say when you confess, maybe your sigwebo will get lighter? Your sentence gets lighter.
I be reckon too.
I don't know, but hey, we really need to
and
find
this,
out.
This thing of like this murderous attitude has just become a thing. I mean, look at what happened at TOV.
What happened at TOV? Tell me, I don't know.
There was a young gentleman who was drinking at TOV. It was apparent that him and the friend were causing a bit of trouble inside the club. And the people who are saying that these are bouncers that work for TOV allegedly killed him outside. They beat him to death.
Whoa, that's hectic.
There's a video, everything.
No, that's hectic. But also these bouncers, why would they beat him like that? He's drunk. Why would they beat him like that?
Some people said steroids and whatever, but I'm telling you that people are dealing with trauma. I mean, there comes a certain time where you are mona moto rapalletse mo hatsi, and I mean, there's no need for extra now.
Exactly. No, but these bouncers are also taking it too far, because something like that almost happened to me at Capello, where I was in the general section. I don't really go to Capello. I didn't know if you're in the general section, there's like I don't know, a platform around the VIP section.
Okay.
So to me, because I am a construction girl, a design girl, it looks like they designed this thing like this so that when you are not in the VIP in general and you don't have a table, you can put your glass there. That's what my mind tells me. So they tell us, no, you can't put your glass there because you might spill people who are in the VIP section. So I said to this guy, listen, I don't come to Capello. This is my second time here. I wouldn't know. So don't scream at me. So then I took my phone. I didn't take my glass. And then he beats my phone out of my hand. My phone falls this way, starts screaming. I was also very aggressive. But I mean, it's too much.
That could be an issue for another show. This is it, Wendy. I think
this is it.
Let's leave it right there today.
Okay, thank you so much, everybody. We are going to close off today. I hope you tune in again next week. You can catch us on YouTube, catch us on FS Online Network.
Yes.
I'll be here again next week, same time with Tebanng. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching.